watching high school baseball and softball with Big Z Sports and WJER Radio in partnership with Claxon Communications. This broadcast was proudly sponsored by Dover Break, your local Wendy's restaurants, Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, Kemp Insurance, the ECO Educational Service Center, T-County Boxing Academy, and Dumont's. Special thanks to our scoreboard sponsor, your local McDonald's restaurants, and to Subway, sponsor of the WJER Subway Player of the Game. For unmatched high school sports coverage, follow Big Z Sports with WJER, the sports voice of the Valley.
Welcome to Big Z Sports and WJER's coverage of high school baseball. We are at Indian Valley High School as the Braves are set to take on the New Philadelphia Quakers in a non-conference matchup. This game initially scheduled at New Philadelphia Tuscarora Park, but they have moved it here at Indian Valley because they have a beautiful turf field, and we're excited to call this game. Bill Hammerstrom, WJER Sports Director, alongside the coach, Phil Tidrick. Coach, we're going to get to know a bunch of new players today. We have two new pitchers on the mound making their first appearances this season, but it's nice of Indian Valley to host us here today.
Oh, it is. And like I said, it is. We talked earlier, and, when I played on this field, coached and played on this field, it wasn't near as nice, but it's a beautiful, beautiful high school facility with a beautiful high school setting, and just wish it was a little bit warmer, that's all.
Yeah, it's like in the 40s. A little bit of wind and the clouds make it feel maybe like it's in the 30s. So anything you got to adjust to when you're a player playing in the cold, maybe a little more sting?
Oh, yeah. We used wood bats back in the day, but no, those metal bats will sting your hands pretty good as well. So, you just got to try to block out the elements and go play the game, really, is what you need to do. And that's easy for some and not so easy for others. And, you just got to say, hey, we're going to play, so you might as well make the most of it so it's not going to go away. But, I was one of those guys that liked a little bit warmer weather, either as a player or as a coach. I liked when it was really nice outside. But I played in some games that were awfully, awfully cold and wish I never would have got on that bus.
Well, we'll take what we can get, I guess. At least it's dry.
Yes, and that's the big difference on the turf fields. That you can play no matter how much it's rained. You can usually play the game. Now I know they have a grass outfield here, but on the other hand, it's nice and level and it dries really, really fast. That's the thing that Tuscarora is trying to do as well, Bill. They're trying to raise money, all public or funds from individuals to redo the park field, and they've got new backstops up, and that's going to be nice. And I think the next step then is to install turf on the infield, which is going to help, but it's not going to help the outfield at Tuscarora a whole bunch, and because that sits down about a foot or two lower than the infield, so it's pretty sloshy. And I'm sure they might have been able to get the infield ready to play the day at Tuscarora, but you'd have had to have goulashes or something on out in the outfield.
Well, I talked to Coach Tyler Weissel, the New Philadelphia Quakers, about that Turf Tuscarora Diamond initiative, so we'll talk to him coming up. Also talk to the coach for the Indian Valley Braves. We sit down with both of them coming up, and again, we're getting ready for high school baseball here on Big Z Sports as we have the Indian Valley Braves taking on the New Philadelphia Quakers. The Braves at 4-2, Quakers at 3-1. We talk to the coaches next. That's coming up here on Big Z Sports.
This is Christine from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your trained comfort specialist located in downtown Dover. In the dead of winter or the dog days of summer, we're here for you 24/7 with friendly, personal attention and honest, affordable service. And right now, our customers will receive a free duct cleaning with a qualifying system. Call me for details. So if you've been considering installing a new HVAC system, now is the time to act. Call me, Christine, at 330-343-5511. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your comfort on call since 1981.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
H&M Collision is conveniently located just off the boulevard in Dover and invites you to experience their unmatched customer service the next time you're in need of collision repair. H&M Collision will offer the highest standards in the industry using state-of-the-art equipment to complete each repair by the book, never compromising on quality and keeping your safety and satisfaction their top priority. When you need premium auto body services, trust H&M Collision, where you're treated like family.
Bill Hammerstrom for Big Z Sports, WJER Sports, with Coach Tyler Weisel of the New Philadelphia Quakers. Coach, you had to move this game to Indian Valley, but they have a nice facility. I guess they're hospitable enough to have you over?
Oh, yeah, it's a great facility here, turf infield. The obvious point here is that it's been miserable spring so far, so the turf really plays big, so hopefully we can get at the park soon.
Yeah, you want to give a little shout-out there for Turf to score a diamond?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take anything and everything. We appreciate everybody that's got us to this point so far with the stuff that we do have. Just looking to hopefully get over that hump and have turf for next season.
So you're coming off an offensive explosion. You've had two of those this season. I know sometimes you run into a team that might be down or a pitcher on an off day, but still, if it were easy, you'd do it every time. What's with this team? Where's that offense coming from?
We had a big day, opening day against John Glenn. We had to fight tooth and claw to split with Dover. I think that Dover was kind of a really good reset for us. It kind of put us back to more fundamental sound baseball, and we really got after it. And I don't even think we've been outside in the field since we played Dover last week. So a lot of cage work, a lot of the guys kind of looking at themselves and what can I do better? How can I be better? Obviously the other day was a great day against Madison. Hopefully we can continue it.
And what are you looking for out of Indian Valley today?
They're tough, man. Outside of Dover, I think they're a rival with us. A lot of the kids are kind of friends, and with Buckeye and things of that nature, they're going to play tough. They always do. They have, and since I've been here, so we're going to have to play it tough. We're going to have to get out early, and we'll hopefully have to limit the big inning.
Who you have starting on the mound for you today?
Junior left-hander Jackson Norris going the bump for us today.
Can you tell me a little bit about him?
He's your typical lefty thumber. The ball's going to move every which way except straight. He's going to move it in and out. He's going to throw a curveball for a strike and keep hitters off balance.
All right, Coach Tyler Weisel, New Philadelphia Quakers, thank you so much. Good luck.
Hey, thank you.
For Big Z Sports, Bill Hammerstrom.
Everyone stop what you're doing and listen up. Wendy's always crafts their hamburgers with fresh beef. That's just burger basics, people. The result? Hot and juicy hamburgers made fresh for you, not waiting for you. It's just like they say, the perfect hamburger waits for no one. 'Cause freshness doesn't do waiting. When it's made fresh just for you, gotta be Wendy's.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Not available in Hawaii.
Bill Hammerstrom for Big Z Sports and WJER Sports here with Indian Valley coach Aaron Rea. So thank you first for hosting this game. Couldn't have it at New Philadelphia. Must like that turf right now, right?
Oh, yeah, the turf's been great. It's been great all preseason. This is going to be our 7th game. We're looking around the state. There's not a lot of teams that have played that many, so it's nice. It's great for practices as well.
So let's talk about your team right now, coming off the 2 IVC losses to Highland. You got a non-conference game. How do you approach a non-conference game when you got all those big games in the IVC?
We approach them the same. We want to compete. It's a local game. Our kids know a lot of their kids. We're already talking about some of their kids just because they know them from school at Buckeye, because we have Buckeye kids. And then we approach it the same way. We want to compete. We want to get better. Our schedule's very tough. And really our end goal is to be ready for the tournament time.
Who you got starting today on the mound for you?
Skylar Haney is a sophomore. It's his first outing of the year, so we'll be curious to see how that happens for him. He's had a great preseason, so I'm excited to see him pitch today.
And then what about the rest of the team? What you looking for today to improve over the season so far?
We got to string together some hits. We had a good start to the year with hitting. This week's been tough. Highland's a very good team. They make deep runs every year, back-to-back state champions. So for us, we struggled at the plate the last two games, and we want to make sure that we get back to where we were the last week.
All right, Coach Rea, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate
it. For WJER Sports, Big Z Sports, Bill Hammerstrom.
T-County Boxing Academy professional boxer Andre Sugar Dre Donovan is back in action Saturday, April 19th, fighting for the ABO Bantamweight Championship at the Meadows Casino in Washington, Pennsylvania. Tickets are available at Day One Cuts on Monroe Avenue in New Philadelphia or on Sugar Dre's Facebook and Instagram pages. Plus, the T-County Boxing Academy is offering their youth classes starting in April and are open to boys and girls ages 8 to 15. Classes are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, $10 each or $65 for the whole month.
Commercial building owners, how well do you keep your roof maintained? At Rightmark Roofing, we offer our Bullseye Maintenance Program to building owners to help keep your roof healthy. This includes our 21-point inspection that examines all the essential areas of your roof that require year-round maintenance, a detailed report on the health and status of your roof, priority service that moves you to the front of the line, and discounts that reduce the risk of expensive repairs. Give us a call at 330-275-0088 or visit our website at rightmarkroofing.com to learn more.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Big moments are coming. Are you ready? If you need sponsor banners, graduation programs, or yard sale signs, the East Central Ohio Print Center has you covered. Visit ecoprintcenter.org. And if you've got a new driver in the house, East Central Ohio ESC offers flexible driver's education with in-car training and online options. Scholarships are available from signs to steering wheels. The East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is here to help. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Join us at Keim Home Center in Charm for Customer Appreciation Days, April 7th through 12th. We're celebrating our customers all week long with giveaways, gift card drawings, woodworking demonstrations, and refreshments. Save 10% on appliances, lawn and garden tools, housewares, and so much more. Don't miss our free pancake and sausage breakfast Friday and Saturday morning. Visit keimhome.com or follow us on Facebook for more details. We'll see you April 7th through 12th for Customer Appreciation Days at Keim Home Center in Charm.
Big Z Sports, WJER Sports, back here at Indian Valley High School as the Braves get set to take on the New Philadelphia Quakers. The Braves are the home team. Little question about that as this game was initially scheduled at New Philadelphia. They moved it this morning because of the conditions of the fields over there at Tuscora Park. But now we are ready to go. New Philadelphia is the visitor. Indian Valley is the home team. And we are on the turf here at Indian Valley High School. Bill Hammerstrom alongside Coach Phil Tidrick. Coach, we are getting ready to introduce our starting lineups. Might as well get to it. And I'm going to let you go first with the visiting New Philadelphia Quakers.
Okay, for the New Philadelphia Quakers, leading off and playing second base is number 2, junior Braylon McBride. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 4, senior Mason Catarina. Hitting in the third spot in the lineup, playing right field, number 22, Owen Courtney, a junior. Hitting cleanup for the Quakers, left fielder Carson Long. He is a number 12, and he is a senior. Hitting fifth, senior Keaton Fossil. He is catching, wears number 11. Batting sixth, senior Matthew Miser. Playing first base, wears number 9. Okay, the DH, Caleb Crothers, number 18, and he is a sophomore. Pitching for the Quakers today is number 7, Jackson Norris. He's a a junior left-hander. Excuse me. Seth Bieber, number 10, junior, is playing third base and batting 8th, and batting 9th, playing center field, number 14, Mac Steele. Bill?
I want to highlight a couple of those players. Braylon McBride setting the table well, batting .417 on the season, tied for the team lead with walks and 4. And Carson Long is batting .417 as well. He has 2 home runs on the season, both in the same inning earlier this season.
That's impressive.
Two two-run home runs.
That's impressive.
And let's highlight the pitcher, Jackson Norris. Good kid, tough kid today. I believe, unless he changed clothes, he's going sleeveless today in the 40-degree weather.
He is tough. Those young kids are a lot tougher than us old people.
We'll see how that goes. Let's go to now the starting lineups for the Indian Valley Braves. Batting first, playing right field, Riker Williams. He is a sophomore. Batting second, the catcher, number 3, Deegan Bieber. Deegan Bieber is a junior. Batting third, shortstop, Spencer Haney, number 4. Spencer Haney is a senior. In the cleanup spot, number 8, Jackson Bircher playing third base. Jackson is a senior. Playing center field and batting 5th, Eric Golder, number 25. Eric Golder is also a senior, batting 6th. The designated hitter, Kellen Kautz, he is number 2. Batting 7th, Kamanama, he is a sophomore, number 18. Batting in the 8th spot, the first baseman, Maddox Caldwell, number 1. And in the 9th spot, number 11, Kylan McDonald, playing second base. Your pitcher today also making his debut on the mound for the Indian Valley Braves. It's Skylar Haney. So kind of interesting here, Coach, as we got 2 pitchers who have yet to pitch an inning yet this season going against each other.
Well, that ought to be a very interesting matchup, to be honest. You got 2 pretty good baseball teams. I know Indian Valley from way back, and they've always been very good in baseball, and I know the Quakers have been very good as well. I know the Quakers the last 2 years have made it to the regional tournament under Coach Tyler. And so, it should be a really interesting matchup today. To me, it's going to be able to be the person, the team that can forget the elements and go out and just play ball.
Coach Rea for the Braves says they need to get some timely hitting today. 2 players who have been doing that for them so far this season, Deegan Bieber batting .400 and Austin McCreary batting .412. So they're looking for those players to lead them again today. And again, we are at Indian Valley High School. It is the Quakers and the Braves, and we're getting set for the national anthem, so we might as well stay with it here and honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. Play ball, as they say. We're excited here on Big Z Sports, getting ready for the 4-2 Indian Valley Braves to take on the 3-1 New Philadelphia Quakers. We'll be back with the first pitch here on Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
The Eat Fresh refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, foot-long, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
Thank you for joining us here today on Big Z Sports and WJER Sports. You can watch us at WJER.com or on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. We're at Indian Valley High School as we're getting set for the first pitch here as the Indian Valley Braves now hosting New Philadelphia. This game initially scheduled to take place at Tuscarora Park in New Philadelphia, but it was moved here because of field conditions. So Quakers are the visiting team, and they will be batting first. First in the lineup, Braylon McBride, the junior second baseman, batting .417 on the season. He's driven in 7 runs, scored 7 runs, also walked 4 times, so he's doing a pretty good job setting the table for his teammates.
He is. And the thing about it is he's got 7 ribbies. Obviously the guys behind, that are behind him in the lower part of the order are also doing their job about getting on base.
That would probably be Max Steele. He's batting 9th today, but he's on the season .454 out of the 9-hole.
Well, that's what you call double leadoff.
All right, we are getting ready for the first pitch. And again, making his season debut for the Braves, it's Skylar Haney on the mound, the right-hander. His brother's pitched a little bit this season, but this is his first time. He is a sophomore. He's played catcher before. Skylar wearing number 9. So it's McBride and Skylar Haney. And we are underway at Indian Valley High School. First pitch, a ball to Braylon McBride. There's a swing, hit to the shortstop. Routine play, and he is out at first. So ground out off the bat of McBride. Spencer Haney cleaning it up out there at shortstop. Always nice to see a brother lending his brother a helping hand there. So 1 out here, top of the first inning. Skylar delivers a first pitch strike to the number 2 batter, Mason Caterina, the shortstop for New Philadelphia. Caterina looking to get his offense going this year. 4 games, batting .154. And Haney quickly up 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Called 3 strike. Haney paints the corner. And 2 outs quickly here for the Quakers in the top of the first.
3 good pitches by the Haney boy. 3 really good pitches.
Next up, third spot, Owen Courtney. 4 hits on the season, 3 of them doubles. He watches ball 1. So Skylar Haney's found the strike zone.
Coming out being a strike-throwing machine, which as a coach, you just love to see that.
Courtney, the right fielder today. That pitch is high and outside. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the first. Skylar Haney in his debut has a strikeout and a ground out. He's looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here. Courtney has one of his team's 4 home runs on the season. And he fouls that one away. Haney up in the count now, 1-2, 2 outs. Again, it's really cold here. We got temperatures in the 40s, and you notice Skylar Haney out there. He doesn't have sleeves on either.
Those young guys are tough when it comes to cold weather. You know, you just got to ignore the weather. And
there's a high fly ball, but able to make the play out there in right field is Kamanama, and we have 3 outs in the first inning, so we go down to the bottom of the first. No score here at Indian Valley High School on the Big Z Sports Network.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Grenada-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Grenada-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
What? No, there's no heat on, but I got plenty of clothes.
We're back. We're back here at Indian Valley High School as Coach Phil Tidrick heckles some of the freezing fans out there. We're in a press box here, so we have the best seat in the house. Perhaps everybody else bundled up, hats and gloves and winter coats here as it feels like the 30s under cloudy skies. A little bit of a wind, but not enough to affect any of the balls in flight out there on the field. No score, bottom of the first. Again, we have a pitching debut for the season for the Quakers, as it's Norris taking the mound, making his season debut. Jackson Norris. He's going to face Riker Williams right off the bat. Riker Williams batting .250. Hasn't had a lot of at-bats yet this season, just 3 hits. 6 games in for the Braves. Williams, well known in Tuscarawas County as the quarterback of the state champion football team.
One of their starting guards on their basketball team as well that had a very, very fine season under Coach Ty Miller.
Yeah, his football season ran into his basketball. You play 16 games of football, you kind of lose out a little bit on the beginning of the basketball season. Lefty delivers. And it's ball 1. 1-0 the count to start.
That's something I like to see, though. I like to see 2 and 3 sport athletes, to be honest. I think it's important, you know, for kids to expand their horizons a little bit.
Ball 2. So Jackson Norris behind in the count quickly. 2-0 against the leadoff batter, Riker Williams. Williams not the only 3-sport athlete in the lineup for the Braves. We'll talk about some others as they come up. Norris, the left-hander, delivers. Gets a strike. So 2-1 the count to Riker Williams. Again, thanks for joining us here on WJER Sports Big Z Sports. Change of venue. We're at Indian Valley High School. Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick. 3-1 the count now. Again, Coach Tyler Weisel told us there's going to be a lot of movement on his pitches, so the challenge is to locate them in the strike zone. Three-1 the count, and it's ball 4. So Norris starts his season with a walk. Riker Williams is on first. Deegan Bieber up next. Bieber having a great season so far. Batting .400, leads the team with 8 hits. Playing catcher today.
Yeah, I had the luxury of coaching his father. Played for me at New Philadelphia. He was a really good player, and he seems to be following Dad's footsteps as well.
Riker Williams trying to steal second, and he does. Throw is not in time. Fossil bounces it to second, And Williams gets a steal. So now runner in scoring position for Bieber. Bieber catching today. Also a pitcher for the Braves. Lefty delivers. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count.
You know, I looked at the Braves roster, Bill, and just about every young man on the roster was listed as a pitcher. Which in high school, you know, there's times you can play 4, 5, 6 days in a row.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Williams will advance to third, but out at second is Bieber, but Riker Williams advances to third. McBride fields it for the Quakers. All right, now batting, it's Spencer Haney, the shortstop. Spencer Haney, one of those Braves who batting .235 early on. Right back to the pitcher, out at first, and Williams stays at third. Miser tries to throw it behind him, but it's not in time. So 2 outs. Jackson Norris helped himself there.
Good pitch by Jackson Norris. He made a fine play. You know, if he would have looked at third base, he had an opportunity possibly to pick him off, but it did the right thing by getting the sure out without the runner scoring.
Here's Jackson Bircher, another 3-sport athlete. Norris, the lefty.
Yeah, he was also, if I remember correctly, he was also an All-Ohioan in wrestling, finishing in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah, placed third. Jackson Bircher's been on our sports talk show on WJER.
Yeah. So his dad was a longtime assistant baseball coach down here.
Count evens at 1-1. Again, Jackson Norris trying to he had a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Now there's 2 down, and Riker Williams on third base. Bircher takes the ball, 2-1. So Riker Williams and Grady Kinsey, the quarterback and running back, got a lot of the headlines for the football team. But if you ask the coaches, they say Jackson Bircher, when he's off the field, the offense kind of falls apart. He's kind of the glue that held them together.
He was. He was a fullback tight end, and then he played inside linebacker for him as well. And he was one of the main cogs of that team that went on and brought the first championship to Tuscarawas County. That was great.
2-1 the count. Pitch is low, 3-1, 2 outs. Again, Riker Williams over there on third base. Led off with a walk, stole second, advanced on a ground ball to the pitcher. Bircher now takes ball 4. Now there's runners on the corner. And it's up to Eric Golder, the center fielder. See if he can get a run on the board here for the Braves. Golder, early on in the season, a lot of these players are looking to catch fire a little bit. He's only batting 176 so far, but just 6 games in. Jackson Bircher took off for second base. Now they're going to throw home. Riker Williams is in time. Jackson Bircher tripped and fell on his way to second base, unless that was a fake out.
Well.
And he was acting out there so that he would draw the throw. And he did initially, and Williams took off for home and scored. So it's 1-0 Braves over the Quakers. What do you think? Was that an acting job, or did he really fall down out there?
I think it was an acting job myself. That's just, I kind of know how they play a little bit, even with a new coach and all. I still got an idea of how they play the game, and you can always expect for things like that to happen,
So now the count 0-1. So Jackson Bircher was like halfway to second base and fell down.
See, what you do as a pitcher, you run at the guy. start running him back to first base, and then that way the pitcher still got the ball. They don't have to make any throws.
1-1 the count. Well, you got a pitcher making his season debut on the mound, so there's a lot of situations he hasn't seen yet early on in this baseball season. That being one of them. 1-0 now. Braves lead without a hit on the board. There's a high pop-up down the left field line and out of play.
I mean, that was executed beautifully by the Braves.
All right, your count is 1-2. Golder the batter. Norris the pitcher. Norris hasn't given up a hit in this game, but there is one run on the board for the Braves. They manufactured it. Count evens at 2-2. Jackson Bircher out there on second base. I don't think he gets an RBI for the Oscar performance on the base paths.
No, he does not.
Even though it scored a run. Golder fouls it off. 2-2, 2 outs. 1-0 Braves. We'll have to get Jackson Bircher on the radio again on WJER. Ask him if that was a performance or a trip. Full count now. Getting 2 walks already for Jackson Norris here in the first inning. And Golder takes ball 4. So runners at first and second.
Now batting, number 2, Kellen Coates.
Kellen Coates up now. And you're going to get a lefty-lefty matchup here in the 6th spot. Runners on first and second, nobody out. No hits, but 1 run for the Braves here in this first inning. And there Norris gets ahead of the batter, 0-1. There's a ground ball going to be fielded by the first baseman, but nobody's covering first. And safe. We'll call that an infield hit off the bat of Kellen Coates. Is that another situation where maybe the pitcher should have been running over to cover?
Yeah, that was Jackson's responsibility to cover first. And I think they would have got him, had they done that. That's where, a little inexperience, comes into play.
So we got a hit on the board for the Braves, and the bases are loaded for Cam Inama. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count. Bases loaded. Norris trying to pitch his way out of this jam. Count evens at 1-1. Inama batting .200 on the season. Just a single RBI so far. But he's got 3 runners on base for him right here. Norris delivers swing and a miss. 2-2. So Norris started this inning with a walk. Now he has the bases loaded after another walk and an infield hit. And he strikes him out. So Norris gets out of the jam. And we head to the second inning. Braves lead 1-0 here on Big Z Sports.
This is Christine from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your trained comfort specialist located in downtown Dover. In the dead of winter or the dog days of summer, we're here for you 24/7 with friendly, personal attention and honest, affordable service. And right now, our customers will receive a free duct cleaning with a qualifying system. Call me for details. So if you've been considering installing a new HVAC system, now is the time to act. Call me, Christine, at 330-343-5511. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your comfort on call since 1981.
Thanks for joining us on Big Z Sports, WJER Sports for high school baseball. It's Indian Valley and New Philadelphia. From Indian Valley High School, the Braves lead 1-0. Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick. Coach, there's a conversation going on here during the break that's information that I don't know about. You've seen that before. They manufactured a run, maybe a little acting on the base paths to get a throw and score the runner from third.
I have. I actually have not seen somebody trip and fall, though. I gotta admit, that was a little twist. That was a nice little twist to it. But again, an inexperienced pitcher, chances are going to go ahead and run right at the runner and make the runner make a decision. And that way he's still got the ball if the runner from third takes off. So it worked to perfection for the Braves. You know, that's all you can say. It doesn't really matter what it looked like. It worked. It worked the way it was supposed to. And the Braves have an early 1-0 lead.
So one hit so far on a ball that didn't make it out of the infield. Yet the Braves scored a run thanks to a walk, a stolen base, fielder's choice to third base, and then some chicanery out there as Jackson Bircher fell down running to second base, drew the attention of the pitcher, and Riker Williams scored from third. Now we're back to Carson Long here. Top home run hitter for the Quakers. He fouls it off.
I think Carson's been a 3-year starter for the Quakers, Bill. He's played very, very steady, been a very, very good player for the Quakers here in his career.
Takes ball one. Carson Long is featured in, I think, the top viewed video on the WJER Sports Facebook page, a football play. Made a hard tackle on somebody. People must like to see hard football tackles in high school because that's got like hundreds of thousands of views on it. There's a big hit to center field. Running and making the play, though, the center fielder Eric Golder for the Braves, and that's one out for the Quakers. Again, Skylar Haney, your starting pitcher for Indian Valley, making his season debut. So far, he's allowed a couple of hard hits, but no damage done. No base runners yet.
No, nice running catch by Golder in right center field.
Keaton Fossil, the catcher, now batting for the Quakers in the 5 spot. He pops it up. And that's out number 2. So quick work here for Skylar Haney. 2 down. Making the catch there, the first baseman, Maddox Caldwell, for the Braves. That brings up Matthew Miser playing first base. He's batting .300 on the season. Takes ball one. 1-0 the count. Braves with an early 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Skylar Haney delivers. And that's a strike. 1-2 the count. 2 outs.
That's the one thing you don't have to worry. When it's a strike, the umpire will let you know. Old Bruce will let you know for sure.
Miser stays alive, fouls it back. 1-2, 2 outs. I'll tell you the count, too. 1-2. I should just turn my mic off and turn the crowd mic on.
Old Bruce is pretty good. I like old Bruce.
There's a swing and a miss strikeout for Skylar Haney. His hat comes off. And we go to the bottom of the second. Nice work so far by Skylar Haney in his season debut. It's 1-0 Braves here on Big Z Sports.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
Back here at Indian Valley High School as the Braves are up 1-0 over the New Philadelphia Quakers. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Again, this game initially scheduled at New Philadelphia to score a park. Field conditions moved it here to Indian Valley, so Indian Valley gets the extra home game now, and they are up in the bottom of the second. Bill Hammerstrom alongside Coach Phil Tidrick. Coach, good work so far, and Skylar Haney making his season debut for the Braves.
Yeah, he's set up 6 up, 6 down. You really can't get much better than that. You know, the Quakers have hit a couple of balls hard, but right at people. And it really, all in all, in the first inning, Jackson Norris didn't really pitch too awful at all. He just, he walked a couple of guys, and they really didn't, get any hits. They had an infield hit, was their only hit. But when you walk people, that could put yourself behind the 8 ball, and Indian Valley was able to take advantage of that and get one home.
So now he faces the bottom of the order, the 8 batter, Maddox Caldwell, the first baseman coming up. Again, 7 batters came to the plate in the first inning for the Braves. They got 1 run out of it. But they didn't get a hit that left the infield. There's a couple of walks and some base running finesse. Caldwell stands in, the right-hander versus the left-handed pitcher. Ball 1. I'm sure Coach Tyler Weisel will be telling Norris to try to, get ahead in these counts if he falls behind early.
Well, with any pitcher, you always want to get ahead in the count. If you get to 1 strike on the batters, that gives the pitcher the advantage in those situations.
2-0 right now. And it's 3-0, so Caldwell, the senior, works the count to 3-0. As Jackson Norris walked the first batter of the first inning, and he walks the first batter of the second inning. And it was that first batter that he walked that scored the only run of the game to give the Braves a 1-0 lead. Kylan McDonald now batting in the 9th spot. He's a sophomore. He's had some pretty good at-bats this season so far, batting .500. 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 RBIs. Looking for the bunt. Unsuccessful. They did try to throw behind the runner, but he was back in time.
The Braves are a real young team. They've got 5 sophomores in the lineup here in this game, so they've got some good things ahead of them.
Jackson Norris, bunt goes. Oh, the third baseman ran in front of the catcher to try to get it. Bieber couldn't quite field it, and the runner is safe. So runners on first and second. The scorekeeper sitting next to me calls it an error.
As he should. Yeah, he tried to make a nice play, and he made a good cut across so the pitcher didn't have to make the throw. But then he got in a big hurry, and I don't really think he needed to be in a hurry. So you're going to see a bunt again probably, I would assume.
Riker Williams, the leadoff batter. He is looking for a bunt, and he does get it down. This time the first baseman fields it. He's going to third, and everybody is safe. So now the bases are loaded. No outs for Deegan Bieber. Nice bunt there by Riker Williams. Deegan Bieber's not somebody you want up with the bases loaded, batting .400 on the season. So Jackson Norris has an even bigger jam to get out of in the second inning than he did in the first. Bieber takes ball 1. It gets past the catcher, and we're going to get a run to score. In to score is Maddox Caldwell.
Official ruling on that would be a wild pitch.
It's a wild pitch from Norris. He's not giving up hits today, but he's given up base runners. So again, bases, runners at second and third now for Bieber. And the count is 2-0. Now we're going to have a conference there. We got somebody warming up out there in right field now for the Quakers.
I believe that looks like Jackson Martini, and the only reason I say that is the young man down there is pretty tall. And the pitching coach for the Quakers is Logan Moorhead, and he played for Mike Reese and I back in the year we went to the regional tournament. He was one of our pitchers.
There's a lot of folks here on both sides from the New Philadelphia.
Yeah, you always get a good turnout for Indian Valley, New Philadelphia, no matter what the sport may be. You know, basketball we had great crowd. Baseball, you've got a good crowd. It'd be a lot more had the weather been, conducive to sitting outside. But
all right, Deegan Bieber back in with a 2-0 count. He's got runners on second and third, and nobody out. 2 hits so far in the game by the Braves. He takes ball 3. 3-0 the count. So those hits were a bunt and an infield single. So it's 2-0 without a lot of hard hits in this game for Indian Valley. Runners at second and third. And it's ball 4. Bases loaded again. Nobody out. 2 walks this inning, 2 bunts this inning, and 1 run scored. And Spencer Haney up, the senior shortstop for the Indian Valley Braves. Norris delivers, hard hit to center field. Backing up, making the catch out there is Steele. Throws it in. Runners advance. They are safe, and another RBI there for Spencer Haney.
Number 8, Jackson Burcher.
So again, Coach, they're not getting the big hits to drive in the runs, but they're playing smart baseball.
Playing good fundamentally sound baseball. They were able to get, able to get to run in with a sac fly.
Jackson Burcher now. Runners on first and third. Runner takes off. They're going to let him steal second base without a throw. They've gotten burned before trying to get the runner out, going to second when there's another runner on third base.
You knew he was going to, go first and third.
Burcher swings and misses, 1-1 the count. You got Riker Williams on third base. Bieber on second. Spencer Haney drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. Two and 1 the count. 3-0 your score. Indian Valley leading New Philadelphia. Jackson Norris trying to get out of this with as little damage as he can. Just 1 out. 3-1 the count. Not sure how many more batters Norris is going to face. He's not giving up big hits, but he's throwing a lot of pitches out there. Burcher fouls it back. Full count now. 3-2, 1 out. Deegan Bieber on second. Riker Williams on third. Jackson Burcher could add to the Braves' lead. And a called third strike. Norris delivers, and it's 2 outs now.
That's a big strikeout by Jackson Norris. Got their 4-hitter. in that situation, now he's got to finish off the number 5 here to get the Quakers out of the inning.
Eric Golder playing center field today. Ball 1. A lot of work by Jackson Norris out there. Throwing a lot of pitches here into the second inning. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Braves lead 3-0. There's a foul ball off the plate. Oh, 0-1 the count. 2 outs, second and third. And Jackson Norris finds himself up 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. So we're at 3-0 here. Braves lead just 1 hit this inning, but a couple of bunts and a couple of walks and a sacrifice fly. And Indian Valley has plated 2 runs here in the second after scoring 1 in the first in pretty much the same way, bunts and walks. Strike 3, got a piece of it, but the catcher kept it in his glove. And another big strikeout there by Jackson Norris. We head to the third inning. 3-0 your score. Braves lead the Quakers here at Indian Valley High School with Big Z Sports.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick back here at Indian Valley High School for Big Z Sports and WJER Sports. It's 3-0. Braves lead the New Philadelphia Quakers. Let me give a shout out to some of our sponsors, including McDonald's. Whether you're looking for a quick bite to eat or a new career, our local McDonald's want to meet you. Download the app for big savings or stop in and fill out an application. All right, it's 3-0. Braves, only 2 hits for the Braves so far, but Coach, Jackson Norris putting in a lot of work on the mound for the Quakers.
He has. You know, he's thrown 48 pitches so far in 2 innings, and the Quakers would have probably been out, maybe given up only 1 had they not committed to the error on the 1 bunt attempt. And, you know, he's got to get ahead of the hitters a little bit more. He's fallen behind the hitters, and when you fall behind hitters, you know, that's never a good thing.
Meanwhile, on the other side, you got Skylar Haney, a sophomore for Indian Valley. Hasn't given up a base runner. He's retired all 6 batters he's faced so far with 2 strikeouts. He is looking good on the mound for the Braves, just 2 innings in.
He has, and he hasn't thrown many balls. You know, he's been a strike thrower, and that's what you try to tell your pitchers, especially somebody who hasn't had a lot of experience, that you need to go out and you need to pound that strike zone.
All right, lefty Caleb Crowther's up. The DH today, and he takes strike 1. And again, maybe a bit of a difference here between the pitchers, both of them making their season debuts. Skylar Haney getting off to a quick start against these batters, already up in the count. 0-2 now. So 2 strikes by Haney.
You know, as a pitcher, that's what you got to do. You've got to pound that strike zone. You got to get ahead of the hitters, and you got to keep them guessing.
That one's outside. 1-2 the count. Crowther's looking to get going so far this season. Early on, just 4 games in for the Braves. 143 is batting average. And he rings him up. Strikeout number 3 for Skylar Haney, the sophomore starting pitcher for the Indian Valley Braves in his season debut. He's got a 3-0 lead, and he hasn't given up a hit or a base runner, and he started this inning with 4 straight strikes. He's facing Seth Bieber here, the third baseman. Seth Bieber off to a good start this year. 5 straight strikes for Skylar Haney. He has found his zone. Toughing it out with the bare sleeves here in the 40-degree weather. There's a grounder to the first baseman. Easy play for Caldwell out there, and 2 outs. Haney has not thrown a ball yet this inning.
Well, that's what you call pounding the strike zone.
So 2 outs for the Quakers here in their top half of the third. There's a ball. 1-0 the count to Max Steele, the center fielder. Again, he's been doing excellent out of that 9 spot. .454 average on the season. Leads the team with 6 hits. And he's up 2-0 on the count. Also walked 4 times this year. 4 runs scored. A lot of production from the bottom of the lineup for the Quakers. The senior in center field today. Skylar Haney adjusts his hat and delivers the pitch. Ball 4. So he walks Max Steele on 4 straight pitches, and we're back to the top of the order. Braylon McBride.
Both pitchers today, Bill, that both of them are pitching from the stretch right out of the get-go. They don't worry about guys getting on, then they're in the stretch as well, but they're both pitching out of the stretch today.
First base runner for the Quakers. McBride takes strike 1. It's the first time we've seen Skylar Haney pitch with a runner on base today. Throws back to first. Steele's safe. Tries again.
Now, according to Major League rules, he can't throw over again because if he does, it doesn't get him out, he gets second base. That's a new Major League rule this year.
It's not a rule here.
No, it's not.
He tries a third time. So they want to really keep Max Steele close to the bag over there. Bieber even thought about throwing behind him, trying to pick him off.
I'm sure coach is telling him just worry about the batter, don't worry about the guy that's the runner that's on first base.
McBride is a good batter. .417 average is coming into this game. And the runner will take second base on the wild pitch. 2-1 the count. So Steele's at second now. Runner in scoring position. 2 down, though, for the Quakers here in the top half of the third inning. They trail the Braves 3-0. McBride again. Batting .417 on the season. Has driven in 7 runs. Scored 7 runs. Both tops for the team. Fouls that one off, and the count evens at 2-2. Max Steele on second base for the Quakers. Haney delivers. McBride fouls it away. Count remains 2-2. Quakers trying to eat into this Indian Valley lead. They're up 3-0. And that's 3-2. Quakers still looking for their first hit of the game. Steele's their first base runner. He walked. Three and two to count. McBride fouls it off again. So good at bat for the second baseman. Count is full. 2 outs. Runner on second is Max Steele. Another foul ball by McBride. So they're finally, McBride is finally making Haney throw more than just a few pitches.
Making him work a little bit there on the mound. And to Haney's benefit, he keeps throwing strikes.
And there's ball 4, and the runner's going to advance to third as that ball just kind of falls out of the catcher's mitt right there. And now you got Max Steele on third base, McBride on first. And it's Mason Canneria up, the senior shortstop for the Quakers, looking to get his season jump-started here. A hit and an RBI would help that. He's batting .154 early on. So 2 walks this inning for Haney after retiring the first 8 batters that he faced. Canarina takes ball 1. So Skylar Haney was in control for the first 8 batters, retired them all, struck out 3. Now he's got 2 walks here in the third, and he's behind in the count to Mason Canarina. He hits it back up the middle, between the legs of the second baseman, and the run scores. And stopping at third is McBride, and he's safe, but advancing to second base is Canarina. Quakers have a run on the board. Error on that play. Kyler McDonald let it go between his legs there at second base, and that allows the run to score for New Philadelphia. How do you score that one?
Score that E5 or E4. It's how you do that, and I didn't see where the ball went from there to see why the runner was able to move up.
Oh, between his legs to the outfield. They tried to throw to third base as McBride started for home. That throw allowed Canarina to advance to second. And now it's Owen Courtney.
I believe Courtney's also the Quakers' top pitcher.
Indeed. Hasn't given up a run yet this year.
And hitting number 3, so you know he's a pretty good ball player.
Oh, Courtney's pitched 11 innings, struck out 11, and has not given up a run in those 11 innings.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Right now the count is even at 1-1. There's 2 outs. Runners on second and third. A well-placed hit here would tie the game up for the Quakers. Courtney takes ball 2, 2-1. I don't know if anybody wants to take a hit by pitch in this weather.
Well, it's going to hurt no matter what, but it'll really hurt when it's cold.
3-1 your score. Braves lead the Quakers. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Canarina on second. McBride on third. Now the count is 3-1. So after showing great control through the first 2 2/3 innings, Skylar Haney missing the strike zone here a bit on these last 3 or 4 batters.
Kind of started when the first guy got on base.
Now the count is full. So the pitcher, Skylar Haney, the batter, Owen Courtney. Three-two pitch, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Courtney grounds it to third. And nice put out there by the third baseman, Jackson Bircher, to end the threat. And it's 3-1. Braves still lead the Quakers, but New Philadelphia gets on the board as we head to the bottom of the third inning here at Indian Valley High School with Big Z Sports.
H&M Collision is conveniently located just off the boulevard in Dover and invites you to experience their unmatched customer service the next time you're in need of collision repair. H&M Collision will offer the highest standards in the industry, using state-of-the-art equipment to complete each repair by the book, never compromising on quality and keeping your safety and satisfaction their top priority. When you need premium auto body services, trust H&M Collision, where you're treated like family.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, the Braves lead the Quakers in high school baseball 3-1. Your score, Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick here for WJER Sports, Big Z Sports. Skylar Haney looking pretty good on the mound. One unearned run in that bottom of the third inning for the Quakers. We'll be evaluating all of the performances today as we award the Subway Player of the Game at the conclusion of every athletic contest we air on WJER. The Subway Player of the Game, the athlete who wins it will enjoy a great meal from our local Subway restaurants, a T-shirt, and will be sure to get his picture up on the WJER Sports Facebook page. Right now, the score 3-1. Braves lead. Still see Jackson Norris out there on the mound for the Quakers, able to pitch out a couple of jams in both the first and the second innings. But again, there is warming up out there in right field. Coach said it earlier. Jackson Martini, just a freshman, but he's 2-0 on the season, 1.61 ERA. But right now, still Jackson Norris on the mound as Kellen Coates gets ready. Pitch is high. Ball one. Coates does have the one hit. 2-0 the count. Norris again falling behind in the count early here to the first batter of the inning. That has proven costly in the first and second innings as the leadoff batter in both those innings has walked and scored. 3-0 the count to Coates. Only 2 hits so far for the Braves, but an error on the Quakers. Some well-placed bunts, and there's another leadoff walk in the third inning for the Braves.
Number 18, Cam Inama.
Now Cam Inama comes up. He struck out his first time up. And we're going to see, we are going to get a pitching change here for the Quakers. So we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. 3-1 your score. Braves lead the Quakers here at Indian Valley High School with WJER Sports and Big Z Sports.
Everyone stop what you're doing and listen up. Wendy's always crafts their hamburgers with fresh beef. That's just burger basics, people. The result? Hot and juicy hamburgers made fresh for you, not waiting for you. It's just like they say, the perfect hamburger waits for no one. 'Cause freshness doesn't do waiting. When it's made fresh just for you, gotta be Wendy's.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Not available in Hawaii.
T-County Boxing Academy professional boxer Andre Sugar Dre Donovan is back in action Saturday, April 19th, fighting for the ABO Bantamweight Championship at the Meadows Casino in Washington, Pennsylvania. Tickets are available at Day One Cuts on Monroe Avenue in New Philadelphia or on Sugar Dre's Facebook and Instagram pages. Plus, the T-County Boxing Academy is offering their youth classes starting in April. They're open to boys and girls ages 8 to 15. Classes are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, $10 each or $65 for the whole month.
Commercial building owners, how well do you keep your roof maintained? At Rightmark Roofing, we offer our Bullseye Maintenance program to building owners to help keep your roof healthy. This includes our 21-point inspection that examines all the essential areas of your roof that require year-round maintenance, a detailed report on the health and status of your roof, priority service that moves you to the front of the line, and discounts that reduce the risk of expensive repairs. Give us a call at 330-275-0088 or visit our website at rightmarkroofing.com to learn more.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, a first pitch ball from the freshman Jackson Martini. Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick for WJER and Big Z Sports. Bunt is foul. At bat is Cam Inama for the Braves. So you're telling us about Jackson Martini during the break, a freshman, big tall guy though.
Yeah, about 6'5.5". Got long arms, long legs, and obviously he can get it up there pretty good from what I'm told. So he's got a pretty bright future both here and in hoops. Pretty good hooper for the Quakers.
1-1 the count. Ball gets past the catcher, bounces off the backstop, but the runner advances. So runners are now at second and third here for the Braves. Nobody out. I'm sorry, the runner is at second. Threw you off there, Coach.
You did. I thought maybe you're counting Coach Rhea as a base runner.
Some movement over there. Now fouls it off, 2-2 the count. Runner advances to second. Kellen Coates out there. He led off the inning with a walk, and that sent Jackson Norris back to the dugout, and Jackson Martini is up, the freshman pitcher for the Quakers. 2-2 the count. And he gets the strikeout. So first batter, one strikeout for Jackson Martini as the freshman comes in relief. Maddox Caldwell now up, the first baseman for the Braves. Takes strike one from Martini. Caldwell's walked a couple times so far. But Martini gets that first pitch strike. Try to get the runner at second, but Coates is back in time. So Martini so far this season, thrown 4 1/3 innings. 2-0 record so far. ERA at 1.61, but again, just 4 1/3 innings so far. Swing and a miss. Really a change of speed here from Martini. He's a hard thrower. 0-2 the count. Steps off the mound. Jackson Norris is more of a paint the corners type pitcher. Martini delivers, and it's a ball. 1-2, 1 out. Cami Nam out there on second base for the Braves. 3-1 your score. Braves ahead of the Quakers. That one's low. 2-2 the count. Caldwell's been very patient at the plate today. Pops it up. Believe that's going to end up out of play.
In the creek.
There's some people over there. Somebody can fish it out.
I can remember back in the day, we had a guy playing right field, jumped in the creek after the ball. He didn't realize it was a ground rule double if it went into the creek.
And called third strike by Jackson Martini. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for the freshman as he comes in relief for New Philadelphia. Kylan McDonald now into the game, trying to atone for his error that cost the Braves a run there in the top of the third. He hits it to the second baseman, throws him out. McBride DeMiser ends the inning for the Quakers. 3-1 your score after 3 from Indian Valley High School here on Big Z Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Here at Indian Valley High School, Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick. The Braves lead the Quakers 3-1. Freshman Jackson Martini came in to pitch for New Philadelphia, Coach, and he looked pretty good.
He did. He come in, and the big thing is he threw strikes. That's no matter what, every pitcher goes out and tries to throw strikes. Some people, don't have a problem doing that. Some people, once they throw, walk a few guys, it kind of gets in their head, and then it makes it all the much more difficult. They try aiming the ball, and anybody who's played baseball know that if you try to aim the ball when you're throwing, it's not going to work. So
Skylar Haney has been able to throw strikes most of the time in this game, retired the first 8 batters he faced. Lost it a little bit there. Didn't allow a hit, but he did allow a couple base runners, and the Quakers were able to put a run on the board because of an error.
Yeah, Coach Ray has got to be really, really happy with how the young man has thrown the ball so far in this game.
Meat of the order coming up for the Quakers. Owen Courtney, Carson Long, Keaton Fossil. Courtney takes ball 1. Courtney flew out to right field his first at bat. Made good contact. (3-1) your score. Ball 2. More runs than hits in this game. 3-1 your score. Only 2 hits for the Braves, none for the Quakers. Courtney looking for his team's first hit.
Carson Long looking to get that first hit for the Quakers here in this inning.
Oh, I'm saying Owen Courtney. I'm behind the batter. That's Carson Long out there.
I was looking at numbers. Yeah, he's looking to get a hit on the board. He's looking to get on base. He really doesn't care whether he gets a hit or a walk or by air.
He flew out to center field his first time up.
Nice running catch by Golder, if I remember correctly.
That's right. There's a high fly ball to center field once again. Actually, we go to right field. And catch is made out there by the right fielder, Riker Williams. We are in the top of the 4th inning. And Keaton Fossil takes ball 1. Skylar Haney hasn't given up a hit on the mound for the Braves. A couple walks and an error have led to the Quakers' run. 1-1 the count. Again, it's very chilly here in Janaden-Hutton. There's a big hit to the gap, and it'll get down. Carson Long hustles into second, and it is a double. And the Quakers have their first hit of the game. It is a double off the bat of Carson Long, the senior outfielder. And now Keaton Fossil at the plate with 1 out.
It's Keaton Fossil.
I'm still behind the batter.
You are.
Go ahead. Tell him, Coach.
Okay, Keaton Fossil doubled into the left center gap. And what you've got now is you've got
Matthew Miser at the plate.
There we go.
All right, we're caught up again.
We got it. That's one of the hits of the Quaker. That's obviously the first hit, but now you've got a guy in scoring position. And see what Matt Miser can do.
Is the concession stand open? I think I need a Snickers or something. Matthew Miser up at the plate. Let's give credit to Keaton Fossil for breaking the hitless streak for the Quakers. He gets the first hit of the game, and it is a double to left center field. 2-0 the count. So after being in complete control for the first, most of the first 2 innings, Skylar Haney getting behind a couple hitters here. Matthew Miser, 2-0. He's got a runner on second. It's Keaton Fossil, the catcher. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. Miser batting .300 coming into this game. Struck out in his first at-bat, though. So a hit would get him back up there to .300. And he takes ball 3. 3-1. I don't have a good view of the left field line there. Not sure if anybody's warming up for the Braves. Skylar Haney taking his time getting back to the mound. 3-1, or 3-1 your count, 1 out. Runner on second. It's Keaton Fossil. And Miser walks. So runners on first and second with just 1 out here. And we're going to get a little conference on the mound. So what do you tell your pitcher at this point in the game? Only giving up 1 hit.
Just ask him how he feels, and you go back and you just say, hey, come on, you just got to get ahead. You got to throw the ball over the plate. Easier said than done, of course. But he's going to go out and talk to him. Just tell him to relax. You've done a great job so far. Just keep it up. And what we've got is we'll make the play. Let the guys hit it. The infield will make the play. So that's about all you can do.
Batting for the Quakers is Caleb Crowthers. He's a DH today. Struck out his first at bat. He's got Matthew Miser on first and Keaton Fossil on second. Quakers down 3-1. There is a lot of action out there between the shortstop and the second baseman for the Braves.
Well, anytime you see the shortstop go around and go in front of the runner, the second baseman's coming in behind. That's your typical second base pickoff play.
When we've seen a runner on second here before. Attempting the bunt as Crowthers fouls it back. 0-1 the count. Crowther's looking for a hit to get his season at the plate jump-started. Just 1 hit so far this season. And he takes ball 1. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Runners on first and second.
If I remember, I think Caleb played a lot as a freshman last year, had some big hits for the Quakers in their tournament run.
There's a hit. That'll get down. And Fossil's being waved home. And he is going to score, but they are tried to throw the runner out at second, but I think he hit the runner in his throwback. And so getting the big hit now for the Quakers, Caleb Crowthers, and he scores Keaton Fossil from second, and it's 3-2. Quakers in business, 1 out. Bieber going to go out and talk to his pitcher right now.
They got a new pitcher coming.
And they are bringing in a pitcher. So, your score, 3-2. 1 out here. Runners on first and second in the top of the 4th inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on Big Z Sports.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Join us at Keim Home Center in Charm for Customer Appreciation Days, April 7th through 12th. We're celebrating our customers all week long with giveaways, gift card drawings, woodworking demonstrations, and refreshments. Save 10% on appliances, lawn and garden tools, housewares, and so much more. Don't miss our free pancake and sausage breakfast Friday and Saturday morning. Visit keimhome.com or follow us on Facebook for more details. We'll see you April 7th through 12th for Customer Appreciation Days at Keim Home Center in Charm.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season. Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Valley High School, Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick. 3-2 your score. Braves lead the Quakers. We have a pitching change here with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Indian Valley going with Eric Golder, pulling him out of center field to take the mound. Another pitcher another left-hander out there now. He has not thrown an inning yet this season, but he'll provide a bit of a change for the Quakers lineup. Again, they're getting the scorecards already. They brought in somebody from center fielder, so they're going to have a new center fielder out there, too.
Number 7, I believe it was. And I don't have the roster in front of me.
So number 7, Landon Roth?
Oh.
Okay, Riker Williams in center field.
Good, Zach.
And Kellen Coates out there.
Okay.
In right. First pitch ball from Eric Golder. At the plate is Seth Bieber. Again, that bottom of the order for the Quakers, playing well this season so far. Grounded out his first at bat. The 8th hitter in the lineup. Swing and a miss. 1-1 your count. 1 out. Bieber, the junior, 714 was his batting average coming into this game. Take strike 2, 1-2 the count. Pitcher Eric Golder, left-hander, seeing his first action of the season. Stays alive, does Bieber. Fouls it off. 1-2 the count.
Pressure should be really no deal with Golder, considering he played on that state championship football team, and that was a pressure-packed football game. So
Bieber fouls it off again. Count stays at 1-2. 3-2 your score. Braves lead the Quakers. Both teams have 2 hits. Both teams have 1 error. And both those errors led to runs. Golder, the pitcher. And Quakers are able to advance 1 runner, and they advance both runners now. So now runners on second and third for Bieber with a even count at 2-2. Matthew Miser advances with the pitch in the dirt. And Crowthers is at second. Bieber fouls it off again, stays alive. Here Coach Tyler Weisel out there telling him to find a way. Golder looks in. The left-hander. There's a hit to right field. Making the play and throwing it in, tagging up and trying to score is Miser, and he does. And the runner advances to third. The ball is into left field, and now Crowthers is going to score as well. So the sacrifice fly scores Miser, and then Crowthers in on the throwing error to third. And now your score is tied at 3-3. Excellent at bat there by Seth Bieber. Finally ending it with a sac fly to score Matthew Miser from third base. So now we're tied up. It's a new ball game. 3 runs apiece, 2 hits apiece, an error apiece, and Max Steele at the plate. Takes ball outside, ball 1. Steele walked in his first at bat. So Golder came in, got the out, but the run scores. Ball 2. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Your score now tied at 3 apiece. Golder throws a strike, 2-1. Max Steele batting .454 on the season. And he takes ball 3, 3-1. Bases are cleared now after the sac fly from Bieber that scored Miser. Crowther scored on the throwing error. And Max Steele, second walk of the game here in the 4th inning. Top of the order, Braylon McBride. Junior second baseman has a walk on today and a ground out. For the season, batting .417 prior to this game. First chance to face the left-hander Golder. He grounds it to third. Bircher with the play. And he throws out McBride. Nice play there by Jackson Bircher at third for the Braves. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Score now tied 3-3. Braves and Quakers all tied up here on Big Z Sports.
Subway refreshed their ingredients, then their menu, and now they're slicing their meats fresh. That means fresh sliced turkey, fresh sliced ham, and 2 new Deli Hero subs. Try the Titan Turkey and Grand Slam ham, each piled high with double the cheese and more meat. Order your new Deli Hero sub with freshly sliced deli meats today, and be sure to try all the subs on the refreshed Subway Series menu. Subway's tastiest menu upgrade yet.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, Braves taking on the Quakers. Score tied at 3 apiece. Quakers have come back from an early deficit to tie the score. Bill Hammerstrom alongside Coach Phil Tidrick. Coach, it seemed like Quakers just needed to see a hit off of somebody's bat, and it was Keaton Fossil who delivered with the double. And got a couple runs scored there in the top of the 4th inning.
They did, and obviously some good at bats by the Quakers, and you really don't have a problem with. Yeah. Me too.
So Snickers all around up here.
Yeah.
It's 4-3.
Yeah, he scored on that overthrow. Crothers scored on the overthrow. So
the Quakers take the lead, 4-3. We have the scoreboard right here. We have our score sheets correct now. doing our best here in the 40-degree weather.
You kind of got brain freeze.
4-3 is your score. Quakers in the lead. They come back from down 3-0, and they score 3 runs there in the top of the 4th inning. Now it's the Braves' turn. Riker Williams, the leadoff batter, leading off here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, your score is 4-3, but both teams only have 2 hits. 2 errors on the Braves have been costly, as has 1 error on the Quakers. But the Quakers have the lead now, and their freshman pitcher, Jackson Martini, delivers to Riker Williams, grounds it to the second baseman, who puts him out. So McBride gets out Riker Williams, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. So you're watching live stream here on Big Z Sports, WJER.com. We'll get back in there and edit all of our miscues so it'll sound great in the replay. Ask the folks at Claxon Communications to help us out there. – 4-3 your score. Quakers lead the Braves. Deegan Bieber batting. He fouls it off. 1-1 the count. Heads up out there in the Quaker
you know, when he
bullpen.
lines it that far, he's a little behind.
Mm-hmm.
A little behind on the pitch.
You're saying Jackson Martini can throw a fastball.
Yeah, he can get it up there pretty good for a freshman.
2-1 the count now. 1 out. Nobody on for the Braves. Three and 1 the count. Again, your pitcher, Jackson Martini, came in relief. Got 2 strikeouts and a ground out in the 3rd. Retired 4 batters that he's faced so far. Swing and a miss. Full count. Strike 3 called. Martini with his 3rd strikeout in 5 batters. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Spencer Haney now at the plate.
The Quakers, the high school must be able to use those communication pieces in their ears now, because I see Keaton Fossil always messing with his.
Ball 1. I don't know what angle they have on the camera, but you can see some wires coming out of the back of Keaton Fossil's helmet.
I talked to Tyler, Coach Schweitzer, and he
fly
told
ball
me
to right field, and it'll drop for a hit. Misplayed out there, and coming in for a double, and he is safe. So Spencer Haney gets to second base. Gets the first hit of the game against Jackson Martini. So now Spencer Haney on second base with Jackson Bircher up. Bircher walked and struck out in this game so far. And Paul comes off the catcher's mitt, and Haney advances to third base. Want to know the count, 2 outs. Spencer Haney on third, Jackson Bircher, Braves third baseman at the plate. 2-0 the count. Martini, the freshman pitcher, just starting his high school athletic career against Jackson Bircher with, I think, 3 trips to the state wrestling tournament. State championship run in football.
Yeah.
He has had a lot of high school experience compared to the freshman pitcher out there. Strike called. 1-2 the count. Two outs here in the fourth. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for the freshman. And we head to the 5th inning. Quakers lead 4-3 with WJER and Big Z Sports.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick. Quakers lead the Braves in high school baseball. Your score 4-3. Be getting hungry up here. It's cold out. McDonald's will be a good place to stop right about now. Whether you're looking for a quick bite to eat or a new career, our local McDonald's restaurants want to meet you. Download the app for big savings or stop in and fill out an application. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible here with Big Z Sports and WJER Sports. And thank you for listening, again, at WJER.com or on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. We are in the 5th inning now. Quakers lead 4-3. They fell behind 3-0. They put together a pretty good inning there, though, in the top of the 4th, Coach.
Yeah, they did. You know, they got a couple. They got a couple of timely hits. You know, well, they got their first hit. You know, Keaton Fossil doubled to start, and then Miser walked, and then Caleb Crothers. You know, both were on, and Caleb Crothers singled in both, and the third run scored on a wild throw. So the Quakers were able to go ahead and take the 4-3 lead at this time. You know, as you look out there, there's not a whole lot of hits. I see 2 hits for the Quakers and 3 hits for the Braves.
At bat, Mason Canarina. He takes ball 1 from Eric Golder. Pitching in relief, started the game in center field. Striker Williams out there now in center. One and one the count. Golder with the strike. Canarina struck out once. Hard hit grounder to second, and his second at bat led to an error and a run scored. Count is 2-1. Again, we're in the 5th inning. 4-3. Quakers lead. They had trailed 3-0. But they scored 1 in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th. Here's a fly ball to center field. Riker Williams running in. And he makes the sliding catch. Nice play out there by Riker Williams in center field. So 1 out here in the 5th inning for the Quakers. And Owen Courtney at the plate. Courtney takes ball 1. Golder again pitching in relief. Skylar Haney had a good start, retired the first 8 batters he faced. Then kind of lost the strike zone a little bit, and now Golder's in. And then he's having trouble finding the strike zone right now. 2-0 the count. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Quakers 4 runs on 2 hits. Braves 3 runs on 3 hits. And 3-0. After Courtney, it's Keaton Fossil as the biggest hit of the game, a double for the New Philadelphia Quakers. And Golder gets it in there for a strike. 3-1, 1 out. Courtney skies it. Looks like the first baseman is under it, and he will make the catch over there. Maddox Caldwell puts it away, and that's 2 down for the Quakers here in the 5th. Carson Long up now.
He's flied out to the center fielder and flied out to the right fielder so far in this game.
Batting 4th in the lineup. Leads the team with 2 home runs. 7 RBIs is tied for tops on this team. I believe he had those 2 home runs in the opener against John Glenn, a 15-0 win. Both 2-run shots in the first inning, I think, for the Quakers.
Yeah, they said it was in the same inning. That's an accomplishment in itself.
1-1 the count now, 2 outs. Strike called, 1-2 the count. Carson Long looking for his first hit today. But on the season, he's batting .417. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Golder gets the strikeout and gets out of the 5th inning without giving up a run. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Quakers lead the Braves 4-3 here at Indian Valley High School with WJER and Big Z Sports.
This is Christine from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your trained comfort specialist located in downtown Dover. In the dead of winter or the dog days of summer, we're here for you 24/7 with friendly, personal attention and honest, affordable service. And right now, our customers will receive a free duct cleaning with a qualifying system. Call me for details. So if you've been considering installing a new HVAC system, now is the time to act. Call me, Christine, at 330-343-5511. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your comfort on call since 1981.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick, 4-3. Quakers lead the Braves. Eric Golder's going to step off the mound as the pitcher for the Braves and into the batter's box as he's going to face Jackson Martini for the Quakers. Martini hasn't given up a run yet. Maybe the difference is the sleeves. Both of the pitchers now have sleeves. They're covering their arms in this 40-degree weather.
Well, I'd be having sleeves on. I know that.
You've got layers on right now. You're in the press box.
Yeah,
you got the hat, the gloves, the hand warmers.
I can't really move really too fast here. I got too many clothes on. Long johns on. Oh, you betcha. I got them all. But you know what? The older I get, the worse I get when it comes to getting cold. So
the weather the past couple of days led to this game being moved here to Indian Valley High School. It was going to take place at Tuscarora Park, but just the field conditions there after the rain that we've had, not conducive to a baseball game yet. So we're at Indian Valley, and the Braves get the home matchup, and they trail, though, 4-3 right here. Eric Golder, now the pitcher, started in center field. He'll be the next to try to hit Jackson Martini. Takes strike 1. Martini has 4 strikeouts in this game. Faced 7 batters. There's a lazy fly ball. We'll see if Quakers can make the play, and they do.
Chase Steele on the recipient of that short fly ball into center field.
Batting next, Kellen Coates. He's got a hit today. He sends it back up the middle. Fielded out there by McBride, and he gets the put out. So a quick 2 outs here for the Braves. As again, Martini throwing strikes out there.
Well, that's the whole key in this game. You know, you can ask any coach anywhere, and the key is pitchers throwing strikes and getting ahead in the count. When you get behind, then you've got to bring in the meatballs.
Big swing and a miss there by Cammie Nama. The outfielder has struck out twice today. One and one the count. We're in the top of the fifth inning. It's 4-3. Quakers lead the Braves. 2-1 the count. Again, we're at Indian Valley High School. There is a nice enough crowd here considering the 40-degree temperature. There's a high fly ball around third base, and they are able to put it away out there. I believe that was who we got out there. Is that Long out there in left field?
Long, yeah, Carson Long out left field.
Chases it down. So 3 down. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Quakers lead the Braves 4-3 here on WJER and Big Z Sports.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, New Philadelphia leads Indian Valley 4-3 in the top of the sixth inning. So we're at the top of the sixth. Quakers coming up to bat. Eric Golder still on the mound for the Braves. Pitching in relief. We're talking about Jackson Martini, the pitcher for the Quakers, had a nice inning there, and Coach was telling me not having to throw a whole lot of pitches.
No, he hasn't. He's only thrown 20 pitches in his 2+ innings, and that's pretty impressive for a young guy to come in the cold, and honestly in the cold weather adds to it a little bit. But he's got some maturity about him. You know, he did play a little varsity basketball as a freshman, and so he's played in some high level, competition situations. And as long as he keeps throwing that fastball over the plate, he's probably going to be okay.
All right, Keaton Fossil at the plate now for the Quakers. His team leading 4-3 in the sixth.
Yeah, Keaton led off that big inning for the Quakers had in the fourth inning he come up in a 1-out double to start the scoring for the Quakers.
And that was the first hit by the Quakers in this game.
Well, they've only got 2. Both of them came in the same inning. And sandwiched around, they were sandwiched around a base on balls, which and then a sac fly, which was allowed to get the Quakers their runs.
4-3 your score. 1-1 the count. Like Coach said, just 2 hits for the Quakers, 4 runs, 3 hits for the Braves, 3 runs, but 2 errors on the Braves were very costly, and the single error on the Quakers also cost them a run. 2-1 the count to Fossil. Golder again pitching in relief. Count evens at 2-2. We're at Indian Valley High School. Thanks for listening to us and watching us on Big Z Sports on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with what's going on in Big Z Sports. Swing and a miss. Gets past the catcher, though. Fossil hustles his way to first base, and he'll be safe. So strike 3, passed ball. Gets Fossil to first base. So now Matthew Miser into the game.
He walked in the fourth inning in their big inning, and they pulled off him and Fossil pulled off a double steal.
And he scored on that sac fly play. Take strike one. Miser on the season came into the game batting .300. Again, just the 5th game so far for the Quakers. They're 3-1, 1-1 in the OCC. Braves are 4-2. His turf field has allowed the Braves to play a couple more games than the Quakers have.
Yeah, unless it's pouring down rain, you're going to play.
Miser lays down the bunt. Golder's able to field it. Throws him out. Caldwell there. But the runner advances to second. So Fossil's at second with one out. Fossil again reached base on that pass ball third strike. Now he's in scoring position.
Caleb Crothers, who delivered the two-run single in the 4th inning to get the Quakers back in the game.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Actually, to tie the game, and they were able to score the 3rd run on a throwing error.
Crowther's 1 for 2 with that single. Down 0-2 here, though. Golder gets ahead. Should already have 2 outs, but that pass ball on a third strike allowed the runner on base. Crowther reaches out and barely gets a piece of it to stay alive. 0-2 the count. 4-3 your score. Again, Quakers 4 runs, just 2 hits. Braves 3 runs on 3 hits. I think a couple of those hits came after they had already scored their 3 runs. One and 2 the count, 1 out. Keaton Fossil, I don't know if we mentioned Keaton Fossil as the All-Ohio quarterback for the New Philadelphia Quakers out there. I don't think.
Two sports star.
I don't know that Golder liked that timeout there. He was ready to deliver the pitch.
That was a little late. A little late on that call, on that timeout call.
So Crowther's ready, Golder ready. And he gets a called third strike, so Golder puts him away. And now at bat, the 8th batter in the lineup, Seth Bieber, the 3rd baseman. Bieber again has a sacrifice fly in this one, ground out. Looks at ball 1. 2 outs, 4-3. Quakers lead in the 6th inning. Eric Golder, the left-handed pitcher for the Braves. Bieber, the batter. Looks at ball 2. It's Keaton Fossil out there on second base.
I would imagine on a base hit, the coach Tyler's not gonna stop him. He's gonna send him.
3-0 the count to Bieber. Max Steele on deck. Steele has walked twice today. But again, both these 8 and 9 hitters have outstanding seasons. Just 4 games in. And Bieber takes the walk to the chagrin of the Indian Valley fans who thought that was a strike.
Well, that looked pretty good from up here, I gotta admit.
So now you got runners on first and second for Max Steele. Batting .454 on the season, 2 walks today. Ball one again. Again, Golder, your pitcher. He's pitching in relief. Going to have to catch up with Coach on his stats. Tell me how many of those runs are earned with the 2 errors that they have on the board for Indian Valley.
2 earned runs.
So 4 runs total.
2 earned.
1-2 the count. Runners will advance as the catcher drops the ball there. So 1-2, 2 outs. The focus for Golder on the batter exclusively now. Runners on second and third. Steele at the plate. Another close pitch there. Count even at 2-2 with 2 outs. Golder gets his sign. Swing and popped up back this way. Your score. Quakers lead the Braves. Top of the 6th inning, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for New Philadelphia. There's another pop up. Does he have room down the left field? And he does. Jackson Bircher puts it away. So 3 outs, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Quakers lead 4-3. Braves up next here on Big Z Sports.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
We are back here at Indian Valley High School. Big Z Sports, WJER Sports, as the Indian Valley Braves trail the New Philadelphia Quakers 4-3. Game that was supposed to take place at Tuscarora Park in New Philadelphia, but got moved because of field conditions over there. So we are at Indian Valley. Indian Valley is the home team. 2 more at-bats here to try to overcome this 4-3 deficit against the hard-throwing freshman Jackson Martini on the mound in relief for the Braves. And we have a new player into the lineup here for the Braves. Looks like we're going to get Austin McCreary in to bat. Number 13. McCreary's a junior. Having a really good season. McCreary batting .412 on the year.
Leading off, number 13, Austin McCreary.
So McCreary to lead it off here. He has the Braves' only home run of the season so far. And he takes ball 1. McCreary swings, bounces it off the third baseman's glove. Bieber is able to throw him out. So nice play there by the third baseman.
Now batting, number 11, Kylan McDonald.
So Kylan McDonald now up for the Braves in the 9 spot. Brought in McCreary, hoping to get some pop out of his bat, but a nice play out there by Bieber to throw him out. Have some equipment fixing out there, it looks like, with Fossil. McDonald, the second baseman. Bunting has been his game today.
Yeah, he had a nice sack bunt.
Takes a strike, 1-1 the count. McDonald came in batting 500 on the season. 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 RBIs. Here's a fly ball to center field. Making the play out there, Max Steele. And there's 2 outs. Again, Jackson Martini just throwing strikes out there. It's pretty, seems like an easygoing sort of game so far since he came in compared to early on. Riker Williams now takes strike 1.
Nice off-speed pitch. That's really the first real good off-speed pitch I've seen Jackson throw.
Williams has bunted and walked, stole a base and scored.
Just kind of a do-it-all, kind of like he was in hoops and football. You know, he was a really good quarterback, but I'll tell you what, he was pretty doggone good defensive end, too.
Oh, absolutely. I remember watching him in the Dover game, putting hits on guys. Speaking of hits, gets good contact there, but it's out. Carson Long makes the put out in left field, and that ends the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. It's 4-3. New Philadelphia in the lead here on WJER and Big Z Sports.
H&M Collision is conveniently located just off the boulevard in Dover and invites you to experience their unmatched customer service the next time you're in need of collision repair. H&M Collision will offer the highest standards in the industry using state-of-the-art equipment to complete each repair by the book, never compromising on quality and keeping your safety and satisfaction their top priority. When you need premium auto body services, trust H&M Collision, where you're treated like family.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick. Braves lead the Quakers 4-3. Again, this game was moved from New Philadelphia to Indian Valley because they have turf here. New Philadelphia doesn't, but New Philadelphia's working on it, right? They have the turf to score a diamond. You can find them on Facebook and online.
Yep. That would be Mr. Kelly Ricklick, Mr. Tom Farbizo, and Mr. Mitch Pace are the 3 guys that are really spearheading. Mitch has done a great job with all of our baseball diamonds in New Philadelphia. They've got all of the Waterworks diamonds, all new infields on it. Now it's still dirt infield, but they've got all new infields with new dirt, and should be allowed to allow them to play even after a rain the day before. Where now rains the day before, there's a chance you're not going to play. So those 3 guys have really spearheaded the deal, and it comes from all private donations from people that are good at the goodness of their heart to donate money to that. They've got a new backstop now with the netting. That is all up. They've got new fence, which they moved in a little bit, and now they've got a 10 or 12-foot fence all the way around the outfield. And, they're supposed to be new dugouts at the end of this year. We're just hoping that they could raise enough money to be able to go ahead and get the turf in here in the foreseeable future.
And Quaker fans, you want to contribute to that, just find them on Facebook. I believe it is called Turf to Score a Diamond, and they're pretty easy to find. You can make a donation to that effort, so New Philadelphia Tuscarora Park Field can look as beautiful as the infield here at Indian Valley High School. Again, we're in the 7th inning now. Quakers up. Eric Golder still pitching for the Braves.
Leadoff hitter, Braylon McBride, leading off for the Quakers. He's walked and grounded out twice so far in this game.
McBride takes strike 1, 1-1 your count. Again, we're in the top of the 7th inning. Quakers lead 4-3. Only 2 hits on the game, but walks and 2 errors on the Braves have led to their runs. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Again, only 2 earned runs in this game. The Braves pitchers have done relatively well.
Yeah, Golder's come in and pitched a nice game so far for the Braves.
2-2 the count. Again, just 2 hits for the Quakers, but 4 runs. (3-2) the count. Again, the leadoff batter, Braylon McBride, at the plate for New Philadelphia. And he takes a base. Ball 4. So leadoff man aboard for Mason Cantorina.
If I'm a betting man, I'm betting he's putting it down, putting the bunt down, get him to second base, get him in the scoring positions for the big dogs coming up.
Yeah, after Cantorina, it's Owen Courtney, Carson Long, Keaton Fossil.
That's your 3, 4, 5 hitters.
Cantorina takes the ball. Big leadoff out there by McBride, but he's able to get back safely. It was close.
That was very close. And that's one thing you don't want to do in this situation is you don't want to get picked off of first base. Nobody out in the top of the 7th in a 1-run game.
Golder pitching to Cantorina. Going to keep McBride close over there. Little conference out there now by the Braves. Again, Cantorina at the plate for New Philadelphia. So far on the day, strikeout, flyout, hit into an error. Hard hit ball to the second baseman led to a run for the Quakers.
A new pitcher.
So they have switched pitchers on us out there. We're looking. Jackson Bircher coming in from third base to pitch. So I think, I'll check my statistics, but maybe for the third time for the Braves, they have a pitcher who has not thrown an inning yet this year. But you were saying in high school, everybody on the roster is a pitcher.
Well, I saw their roster, and it looked like almost every one of them was a pitcher. And that's what you have to do because you never know when you're going to be playing. You might play 5 or 6 games in a week, depending on if you get rain outs and things like that. So you've got to have enough guys that can throw. I can remember years ago, we had a guy who pitched as a senior who never pitched before, went out and won 8 games. As a senior. And he just came out of nowhere. Because, hey, you got to pitch. And so we started him in preseason, and by gosh, if he didn't pan out and become a pretty doggone good high school baseball pitcher.
Well, Bircher's coming in the 7th inning here, but he is 1-0 on the season. He's thrown 2 1/3 innings for the Braves. His ERA is at 3. So he's got to get 3 outs here as he takes over for Eric Golder.
You need to put some heat up here.
That's right.
I win the lottery, I'll put it in here for you.
Coach Phil Tidrick hoping to win the lottery too, so he single-handedly can turf Tuscarora Park and also add some heat here at the press box here at Indian Valley High School. All right, here we go. Jackson Bircher set to deliver. Ball 1. We got a runner on first for the Quakers. It's Braylon McBride. Mason Cantorina at bat. Count is 2-0. And the senior, Jackson Bircher. Ball 3, 3-0 the count. Bircher, of course, we've talked about. 3-sport athlete. 3rd place at the state wrestling tournament.
You know, that's got to be a tough situation for Jackson Bircher. You know, you're playing in the field for 6 or so innings, and you end up going into the game in the 7th inning, and you get 7 or 8 pitches to get ready to go. That, to me, you need a little bit more time to get a pitcher warmed up in this cold weather like that.
3-1 the count now. He did get a strike there. And Bircher gives up the walk. So we got runners on 1st and 2nd now. Nobody out. It's McBride and Cantorina out there. Cantorina. And it's the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Quakers. Owen Courtney, Carson Long, Keaton Fossil. Jackson Bircher just staring down the runner over there. If there's a battle royal on this field, you're taking Jackson Bircher, the state place wrestler for Indian Valley. He's not going to back down in any situation. That pitch is in the dirt, gets to the backstop, and the runners advance to 2nd and 3rd.
You know, this is a situation where the Quakers need to take advantage. You know, you got 2nd and 3rd with your number 3 hitter. You got a 1-0 count, no outs in the top of the 7th inning. So the Quakers are looking to add on and make it tough on the Braves.
Oh, and Courtney skies it. And it's going to go out of play. Count is 1-1. Braves trying to build on a 4-3 lead. They did trail in this game 3-0 after the 2nd inning. Mix of walks and an error and some tricky base running by the Braves allowed them to build that 3-0 lead. Bircher set to pitch to Courtney. It's high, 2-1. Quakers kind of use the same formula to come back. Walks, errors, and just 2 timely hits.
Both in the same inning.
Mm-hmm. And it's 4-3. Three and 1 the count. So again, Bircher coming in from 3rd base where he's played well in the field. But like you said, 40 degrees out here, maybe feels colder. Got to warm up with 7 pitches.
I think 40 degrees is being generous, too, to be honest.
And there's ball 4. Runner's going to score on the wild pitch. So Braylon McBride comes in and scores. Now you got runners on the corner and nobody out. It's 5-3 Quakers lead.
Oh,
we got 3 walks here to start the 7th frame for the Quakers. Going to get a lineup change perhaps here. Tyler Weissel coming in. Still looks like Carson Long getting ready to bat. But we got a runner coming in for Owen Courtney. Looks like number 5, Cameron Wright, coming into the game. Wright's a junior. So now you got Cameron Wright on 1st base. You have Mason Cantorina, the shortstop, on 3rd. And Carson Long at the plate. Long, again, having a great season. 4 games in. He grounds it to 3rd. Riker Williams can't make the play, and the run scores. And it's 6-3 Quakers. So Riker Williams in his 3rd position of the day here with the moving around. He came in at 3rd base for Jackson Bircher. Can't quite make the play on that chopper to 3rd base. And we're going to get a 3rd error on the Braves in this one. And another run scoring there. And there's a hit. That's going to get down for Keaton Fossil, his second hit of the day. And he's going to get an RBI. And runner safe at third. And Keaton Fossil drives in a run, and Quakers build their lead to 7-3. I'm going to get another conference out there. Keaton Fossil having a good game. 2 hits. When you only have 3 hits in the game and you're the guy that gets 2 of them, that's pretty good.
Yep.
And we're going to get another pitcher out here. So this time Riker Williams, who has gone around the outfield, into the infield at third base, and now he's going to be the pitcher here for the Indian Valley Braves, who trail the Quakers 7-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. Let's take a break. We'll come back with WJER and Big Z Sports.
Everyone stop what you're doing and listen up. Wendy's always crafts their hamburgers with fresh beef. That's just burger basics, people. The result? Hot and juicy hamburgers made fresh for you, not waiting for you. It's just like they say, the perfect hamburger waits for no one. 'Cause freshness doesn't do waiting. When it's made fresh just for you, gotta be Wendy's.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Not available in Hawaii.
T-County Boxing Academy professional boxer Andre Sugar Dre Donovan is back in action Saturday, April 19th, fighting for the ABO Bantamweight Championship at the Meadows Casino in Washington, Pennsylvania. Tickets are available at Day One Cuts on Monroe Avenue in New Philadelphia or on Sugar Dre's Facebook and Instagram pages. Plus, the T-County Boxing Academy is offering their youth classes starting in April and are open to boys and girls ages 8 to 15. Classes are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, $10 each or $65 for the whole month.
Well, we're back here at Indian Valley High School. Riker Williams had about 3 warm-up pitches and got right into it. Ground ball back to third base. Again, Jackson Bircher there again. He couldn't handle it. 4th error on the Braves, and the Quakers score again. It's 8-3. This is a rough 7th inning, Coach, here for the Braves as they're putting in some pitchers. Really cold out, not getting much time to warm up. Then they got new third baseman in there twice, and it's just doesn't seem to be going their way here.
I just don't think you give them enough time. I mean, it's all supposed to be about the safety of the players and the kids. And, you know, you have them warm up and throw 5 warm-up pitches in 37-degree weather. That's conducive to hurting your arm, I feel.
Well, it's Riker Williams on the mound now. And he looks frustrated. I mean, it's having a hard time finding the strike zone here in the 7th inning. But again, it's freezing cold out here. These guys are cold and just coming in cold to pitch against the meat of the Quaker lineup there.
Yeah, it's hard enough to, it's hard enough to go out and pitch anyway. And then when you're pitching in 30-degree weather, after you've been standing around for a while, you're not really loose. You haven't really pitched a whole bunch, which makes it even more difficult. So
Riker Williams thrown 3 1/3 innings so far this season. He's 1-0. And he gets a strike there. 3-1 the count. 8-3 is your score. Quakers in the lead. They've scored 4 here in this 7th inning on 3 walks, 2 errors, and a hit. Miser skies it in the air, and we are able to get an out there for the Braves. Left fielder out there able to put that one away. So 8-3 your score. 1 down in the top of the 7th for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Home crowd got pretty quiet here in this inning as things kind of got away from the Braves here. They were right in this contest. Now they trail by 5 runs.
Seth Bieber up for the Quakers. 2 runners in scoring position.
I believe it was Caleb Crowthers who flew out there at that last at bat. I think I
said
the wrong player. Bieber strikes out looking. And Riker Williams gets the punch out. Catcher thought it was 3 strikes or 3 outs, but it was not. It's the second out of the inning.
And you've got Max Steele coming to the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. 0 for 1 with 2 walks.
Steele takes ball 1. 2 outs, 8-3. Quakers have built a 5-run lead here. 4 runs in the top of the 7th. There's a hit for Bieber, and he's going to score 2 more runs as it's misplayed there in the outfield. He's going to get all the way to second base. So we'll give him at least a single on that one, but he drives in 2 runs. Now it's 10-3. The game has really gotten away from Indian Valley, who were up 3-0 early on. That would just be hit number 4 for the Quakers. 10 runs on 4 hits. Back to the top of the lineup here, Braylon McBride.
We batted around here in this inning.
What do we got in this inning? 3 walks, 2, well, I would say, do we give another error there in the outfield to let the runner take second base?
Yep. That's the 4th error.
4th error on the Braves. 2 of them in this inning. And 2 singles for the Quakers in this 7th. They put 6 on the board. Hard hit ball by McBride. Second baseman fields it and throws him out. So McDonald makes the out, and that's 3. Quakers up now 10-3. Braves in their last at-bat here. We go to the bottom of the 7th at Indian Valley High School on Big Z Sports and WJER Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
We are back here at Indian Valley High School where the real field temperature is, I don't know, let's put it at 25 degrees. It feels pretty cold here at Indian Valley High School. I know your phone might say 40, but feels colder, and that was a very cold inning for the Indian Valley Braves defense. They trail now 10-3. They're at their final at-bat. Quakers lead here at Indian Valley High School. I want to apologize for any technical difficulties you may be witnessing there as we broadcast this game live stream on Big Z Sports and WJER.com. Again, your score here at Indian Valley High School, New Philadelphia 10, Indian Valley 3. I want to remind you to listen to WJER tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Sports Talk, driven by Ferris. I host that show along with Roger Metzger. Tomorrow we will be talking to the voice of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tim Alcorn. He'll get us updated on the playoff situation for the Cavs and who they might be facing in that first round. Right now we have a
new pitcher
for the Quakers.
Kane Audie. Number 15, a sophomore, coming in to finish off the game for the Quakers. Jackson Martini came in, gave you 4 innings, no runs, no runs, and I'll get a wrap up here at the end of the game with walks and strikeouts and hits.
Deacon Bieber at the plate for the Braves, fouls it off. (10-3) your score. Quakers in the lead. Really blew the game open with a 6-run 7th inning. One and one your count. So you got the sophomore pitcher in there. Two and one.
And I know the one thing Coach Tyler was telling him, Coach Weissel was telling him, throw strikes. Just throw the ball over the plate.
So far, he is down 2-1 in the count. 3-1. You hear the coaching going on out there as the Quakers try to put the Braves here to end this game. Bottom of the 7th inning. And Lowe once again walks the leadoff batter. Spencer Haney now up.
He had the only extra base hit for the Braves back in the 4th inning with a double.
Haney came into this game batting .235. And he takes ball one. Heard Coach Weissel say, don't care about him, talking about the runner on first base. Wants him to focus on the batter. He's got a big lead. Just focus on throwing strikes, right?
Yeah, they can steal all they want right now because that run means absolutely nothing. You need outs.
1-1 your count. 2-1. Three and one. So going to get a little conference out there. What's he telling his pitcher?
He's telling him to throw the ball over the plate. Don't care. Let him hit the ball. Let him hit it. Doesn't matter how far they hit it at this point in time. With a 10-3 game, it really doesn't matter how far they hit it. Just throw the ball over and give your defense a chance to make a play.
Let's see. We have Kane Adi on the mound.
Yes.
He's a sophomore. And I'm looking through these statistics for the New Philadelphia Quakers. And I don't believe, there he is. He has pitched in one game this season. Did get a start in that game. So he's got a little experience this season. But he's walked the first two batters he's faced here. So 2 on, nobody out, and Jackson Bircher up at the plate. I'm sure he would like to get a hit here, drive in a run. He pitched a bit there in the 7th inning, and it kind of got away from him and the other Indian Valley pitchers. Like to make up for that here at the plate. 10-3 the score. Quakers lead. 10 runs. Just 4 hits. There's Bircher with the big swing into right field. Diving attempt is no good, and everybody's caught in between bases. He is going to score a run, though, and everybody is safe. So Jackson Bircher with an RBI double. And the Braves are on the board here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 10-4. Eric Golder, another one of those pitchers who'd love to make up for the 10 runs given up by driving in a run here at the plate. He's got runners at second and third with Bircher and Haney out there. Golder takes ball one. Kanati, your sophomore pitcher. Third pitcher of the day for the Quakers. Strike one. 1-1 the count. Jackson Norris started the game for New Philadelphia. Ball goes, and we get another run scored for the Braves. So now it is 10-5. Bircher moves up to second base. Scoring on the wild pitch is Spencer Haney. And this is becoming quite the long inning here in the 7th, 6-2, as the temperature goes down here in Janadenhutton. 10-5 your score now. Adi delivers, and it's another ball. 3-1 the count. There's a hit up the middle. Second baseman fields it, throws him out. Nope. Ball gets away. Another run scores for the Braves, and it's 10-6. And still nobody out on the error. Safe at first is Eric Golder. Given the RBI on the fielder's choice, but the base on the error. And Kellen Coates is in the game now. His team within 4, 10-6. They put on 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. These relief pitchers coming in the cold weather has not been kind to them here late in this game. Runner goes, but it's a walk. Already got hit by the pitch.
He sure did.
So now Cam Inama with 2 runners on, nobody out. 10-6 is your score. 16 runs scored in this game, just 8 hits recorded in this contest.
Yeah, you'll see that in high school baseball, especially when it's cold outside.
So Coates hit by the pitch. Now first and second, fouled off. New Philadelphia's pitcher, Adi, needs to see an out here. 3 runs so far for the Braves in this inning on 2 walks, a double, an error, hit by pitch. And he throws back to second base, but nobody was covering second base. So it goes into center field, and advancing to third is Eric Golder. So he threw back to try to catch the runner on second. There was nobody standing where he threw it.
Well, they must have had there.
Now Inama has a runner at third. First baseman does make the play, gets the out at first, but another run scores. So on the fielder's choice, Inama gets the RBI, and it's 10-7. Maddox Caldwell at the plate now. So the Quakers finally get an out in this 7th inning. Runner on second, Caldwell at the plate. And the ball goes to the backstop. Another wild pitch. Now we have Coates out there on third. Caldwell batting, count 1-0. Fouls it down the first base line. 1-1 the count. 10-7 your score. 10 runs, 4 hits for the Quakers. 7 runs, 4 hits for the Braves. 4 errors on the Braves, 2 on the Quakers. They're trying to get this game finished here. We started in the 40s, still felt like the 30s. Now we're in the 30s. Grounds it to second base. Going to get the fielder's choice out again, but the run does score again, so that makes it 10-8. So Caldwell gets the RBI on the fielder's choice. And now Kyle McDonald with the bases empty. His team down 2 with 2 outs. Ball 1. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Top of the order on deck here. McDonald, the 9 batter. Though he did come into the game hitting .500. Playing second base. It's Riker Williams on deck. The leadoff batter. He throws a strike, 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Quakers lead 10-8. Final out here for the Braves. Ground ball, third baseman scoops it up. Bieber throws to first. Nice scoop out there as a sigh of relief from the Quaker fans. Miser picks it up out there, and that is out number 3. Game is over. New Philadelphia beats Indian Valley. 10-8 your final score. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. We'll wrap it up here from Indian Valley High School with WJER and Big Z Sports.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
The Eat Fresh Refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, footlong, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Commercial building owners, how well do you keep your roof maintained? At Right Mark Roofing, we offer our Bullseye Maintenance program to building owners to help keep your roof healthy. This includes our 21-point inspection that examines all the essential areas of your roof that require year-round maintenance, a detailed report on the health and status of your roof, priority service that moves you to the front of the line, and discounts that reduce the risk of expensive repairs. Give us a call at 330-275-0088 or visit our website at rightmarkroofing.com to learn more.
Join us at Keim Home Center in Charm for Customer Appreciation Days, April 7th through 12th. We're celebrating our customers all week long with giveaways, gift card drawings, woodworking demonstrations, and refreshments. Save 10% on appliances, lawn and garden tools, housewares, and so much more. Don't miss our free pancake and sausage breakfast Friday and Saturday morning. Visit keimhome.com or follow us on Facebook for more details. We'll see you April 7th through 12th for Customer Appreciation Days at Keim Home Center in Charm.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
This is Christine from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your trained comfort specialist located in downtown Dover. In the dead of winter or the dog days of summer, we're here for you 24/7 with friendly, personal attention and honest, affordable service. And right now, our customers will receive a free duct cleaning with a qualifying system. Call me for details. So if you've been considering installing a new HVAC system, now is the time to act. Call me, Christine, at 330-343-5511. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your comfort on call since 1981.
I guess.
All right, back here, Indian Valley High School. Bill Hammerstrom alongside the coach, Phil Tidrick, wrapping this game up here. 10-8 your final score. New Philadelphia defeats Indian Valley in a game that the Quakers were supposed to host, but instead they moved it here because of the field conditions at Tuscarora Park. And the Braves fall to the Quakers 10-8. Only 4 hits apiece for both teams in this one. Indian Valley got off to an early lead. It was 3-0 after 2 innings, after walks, stolen bases, hit in there by Kellen Coates, and then some timely bunts. But I believe they scored 3 runs on just 1 hit as the walks, wild pitches, errors, they were all costly for the Quakers early, and they fell behind. On the other side, it was the pitching of starter Spencer Haney for the Indian Valley Braves. He retired the first 8 batters he faced, but then he also ran into some control problems, walked some batters, and a total of 4 errors really cost the Braves in this one as the Quakers came back to take a 4-3 lead. It was 4-3 heading into the 7th inning. Quakers scored 6 runs in the top of the 7th inning. The Braves answered with 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th, and that got us to our score 10-8. Story of this game, perhaps the weather, freezing cold out here. 40 degrees game time, but the real feel is in the 30s, and that seemed to affect some of the pitchers that were coming in late. They didn't get a whole lot of time to warm up, and when it's in the 30s, you do need a whole lot of time to get warm. That led to some wild pitches. That led to some walks. You can watch the replay. Again, it's on Big Z Sports on the YouTube channel at WJER Sports. I want to thank you for tuning in here with us. We'll have your Subway Player of the Game coming up. Want to remind you about some programming at WJER tonight on WJER. It has already started. The Guardians are playing the Royals, second series at home of the season. You can watch that. You can listen to that. 100.9 FM, 1450 AM. That Kansas City Cleveland series continues throughout the weekend. Tune in to WJER. Tomorrow morning on WJER, 9 a.m. Sports Talk driven by Ferris. We'll talk to the voice of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tim Alcorn, review the Cavs season, talk about the playoffs that are going to start probably a week from today for the Cavaliers. We'll see who some possibilities are that they will be playing against. But here, from Indian Valley, your final score, 10-8. New Philadelphia improves to 4-1 on the season. Indian Valley falls to 4-3. We'll be back with some statistics and the Subway Player of the Game right here on WJER and Big Z Sports.
The Eat Fresh refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, footlong, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
H&M Collision is conveniently located just off the boulevard in Dover and invites you to experience their unmatched customer service the next time you're in need of collision repair. H&M Collision will offer the highest standards in the industry, using state-of-the-art equipment to complete each repair by the book, never compromising on quality and keeping your safety and satisfaction their top priority. When you need premium auto body services, trust H&M Collision, where you're treated like family.
Everyone stop what you're doing and listen up. Wendy's always crafts their hamburgers with fresh beef. That's just burger basics, people. The result? Hot and juicy hamburgers made fresh for you, not waiting for you. It's just like they say, the perfect hamburger waits for no one. 'Cause freshness doesn't do waiting. When it's made fresh just for you, gotta be Wendy's.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Not available in Hawaii.
T-County Boxing Academy professional boxer Andre Sugar Dre Donovan is back in action Saturday, April 19th, fighting for the ABO Bantamweight Championship at the Meadows Casino in Washington, Pennsylvania. Tickets are available at Day One Cuts on Monroe Avenue in New Philadelphia or on Sugar Dre's Facebook and Instagram pages. Plus, the T-County Boxing Academy is offering their youth classes starting in April and are open to boys and girls ages 8 to 15. Classes are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, $10 each or $65 for the whole month.
To wrap it all up here from Indian Valley High School, thanks for joining us on Big Z Sports, WJER Sports, as the New Philadelphia Quakers defeat the Indian Valley Braves 10-8 here today. Again, at every contest we air here on WJER, we're always proud to recognize excellence in athletics with the Subway Player of the Game Award. At the conclusion of this game, we are going to name the Subway Player of the Game, and that athlete will enjoy a great meal from our local Subway restaurants. Subway, find your fresh. Let's start, though, by going through some of these statistics. Coach Phil Tidrick, his fingers frozen, trying to work that pen, add up the numbers. You got any statistics you'd like to share with us, Coach?
Well, I do. The Quakers had 10 runs, and they had 5 hits, 10 runs on 5 hits. The Braves had 7 runs on 4 hits. So it wasn't necessarily an offensive game. There was a lot of runs scored, a lot of base on balls in this game, Bill. And the Quakers were able to overcome their error, but the Braves were not able to overcome the errors that they had.
I think they had 4 of them
in the big inning. The Quakers scored 6 runs in the top of the 7th inning, and there were 2 errors in that top of the 7th inning. And the Quakers were able to put some distance, which obviously they needed because the Braves were able to come back with a 5 spot in the 7th inning themselves. But for the Quakers, the winning pitcher was Jackson Martini. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, 4 runs, 4 strikeouts, no base on balls in his 4 innings of work. And therefore, he was named our Subway Player of the Game.
Yeah, let's call him the Subway Player of the Game.
I'm sorry, I thought you did that already. And he was named our Subway Player of the Game for his relief outing. And as you could see, he had a little smoke to the ball. And, the Quakers got a little fine there with a 6'5" freshman who's going to be a pretty good pitcher, everything considering he stays healthy and all that good stuff. For the Braves, leading hitters for the losing pitcher was Skylar Haney, who came on and pitched real well for a couple of innings and then kind of had to run into some control problems which there was a lot of control problems on the night. There was a lot of base on balls. I would say we had 17 runs. I would say we had pretty close to 17 base on 17 base on balls in that game. But for the Braves, you had Spencer Haney, who had a double in the game. You had Jackson Bircher, who also had a double in the game. And that pretty much was the extra base hits for the Braves in the game. For the Quakers, you had one person with 2 hits. You had Keaton Fossil, who had a double and a single with 2 ribs in that game. You had, I don't think there were any other extra base hits for the Quakers. You had Matthew Miser, who had a single. You had Caleb Crothers, who had a single and 2 RBIs. You had Seth Bieber, who had a sac fly for a rib. You had Max Steele, who had a hit with 2 ribs as well. And all in all, Bill, in the cold, I thought they played okay for being as cold as it was. And I thought the pitchers struggled, which we know they did, and the hitters struggled. The hitters might have struggled a little bit because of the control of the pitchers, but I thought all in all, the Quakers and the Braves fought it out in this game here at Indian Valley.
Yeah, and considering the control issues of all the pitchers out there, there was one pitcher who did seem to be in control, did not have those same problems, so that's why he's the Subway player of the game. Jackson Martini, the winning pitcher for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Bill Hammerstrom, Coach Phil Tidrick, wrapping it up here from Indian Valley High School. Coach, we should do this again sometime, but maybe when it's like 45 degrees warmer than it is right now. How's that sound?
I'll take 60. I'll take 60.
For Coach Phil Tidrick, Bill Hammerstrom, 10-8 your final score. New Philadelphia over Indian Valley here on WJER and Big Z Sports.
High school baseball and softball with Big Z Sports and WJER Radio in partnership with Claxon Communications is brought to you by Dover Break, your local Wendy's restaurants, Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, Kemp Insurance, the ECO Educational Service Center, T-County Boxing Academy, and Dumont's. Special thanks to our scoreboard sponsor, your local McDonald's restaurants, and to Subway, sponsor of the WJER Subway Player of the Game. Now let's go live to the field for all of today's play-by-play action. Here are your announcers.